You should start looking at life from the perspective that I'm good enough. I can be able to do so much. I can be able to transform the world. I can be able to sell anything. I can be able to, make something good come out of this life that God has given me. So I'm a very driven person. And another thing, I don't like poverty. I hate poverty with a passion.
Wow.
And every single day I will work the entire night, the entire day and some more, as long as I know that there's going to be a lot of wealth that I've created to take care of myself, take care of my family and my loved ones. I'm ruthless about that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm speechless. One, I didn't know you were a victim of the LRA.
Oh, yes.
And if you don't mind, in a minute, please, or less, share with us, what was it like?
I mean, the life of a soldier as a child is not good. I was 12.
Abducted at 12?
Oh, yes, and trained fully into military. And you can imagine how difficult that is. And you had to walk every single time, walk from one district to another. You walk for 3 days without sleep. You have to just uproot anything that is in the bush there to eat. It was survival for the fittest. I wouldn't say that at the time it was a good thing.
Yes, sir.
But right now I can tell you that it has really been the cornerstone of what I've become.
Yes, sir.
So I've taken the military discipline and inculcated it into the life that I am today. In everything that I do, I live a very scheduled, regimented life. That everything that needs to be done has got to be done strictly, with strict discipline, with ruthlessness, with tenacity. And this is the life that salespeople must have. This is the life that young people have got to have. A life of strict discipline.
Yes, sir.
A life driven by purpose. A life driven by intention to make something good come out of your life. A life where you say, I got to improve me, the way I speak to people, the way I communicate with myself, the way I personally go out there and pitch myself to the world. Yes. Because if you do not have that strict regimen, then you have a lot of distractions in the world. There's quite a lot of distractions from the phones, the WhatsApps, there's distraction from the television, apart from this program, which is not a fantastic thing. It is distraction from, news everywhere, the media and everywhere. There's so many distractions that if you do not live a strict, regimented life, then you get lost in the bubbles of the distraction. And that is the thing that I really avoid as a person.
Well, again, I want to think I am in shock. And don't forget, today we are talking about how to become a sales warrior and
dominate the market.
And dominate the market. How to make the world feel your presence and buy whatever you have to sell them, even if it's useless to them, so to think. Daniel, that brings me to the point as to why we are here.
Yeah.
Why sales? There could have been so many other careers, and you seem to have chosen to have picked interest and expertise in this. Why?
Yes, and by the way, just to add on that, #1 sales consultant in this entire continent.
Okay, I've got a competitor here.
Everything in life is around sales.
Yes, sir.
Selling started a long time ago. The #1 salesman has been Jesus Christ.
Wow.
That man sold, and today we are still preaching the same word because he sold with passion. He sold with soul, his personal soul. He was driven. He was tenacious. He did everything that was needed to influence people. Now, sales, people don't sometimes get it wrong. They think that sales is opening things on the street. That is not really sales. It's part of sales. But majorly, if you want to understand sales, you need to look at conversation. Sales is all about having a conversation with somebody and making sure that they buy into your line of thinking.
Yes, sir.
Our children, when they're hungry, they need food. The way they sell their clothes, the way they close is, Mommy, I need to they don't also say Mommy because they don't talk.
Yes.
That's already sale.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow.
And then when they grow up and they're like 4 years old, like my daughter, you take them to a supermarket and they want a toy, you know what's going to happen? They're going to cry if you don't buy them the toy. That's already closed. That's already sale. But along the way as well, as they communicate, Mommy, I want to go to the toilet. That's already communication.
Yes.
That is conversation. That is sales.
Yes.
Okay? So we need to take away the aspect of sales of being hawking on the street. We need to take away sales from being multi-level marketing of these people selling these food supplements. We need to take away sales from being just selling insurance, or selling banking products, or selling for any products.
Yes, sir.
Sales is all about packaging your line of conversation.
Wow.
So that whoever is going to listen to you, whoever is in that room listening to you, or on that street listening to you, will say that, okay, this young man has got something very good to say. This young lady has got a brilliant idea. I think we should buy into the idea.
Right.
It's all about making people buy into your line of thinking, influencing people through verbal message, but also through the gestures you use.
Yes.
And like what I told you earlier in the show, the enthusiasm that you pass out to people,
Right.
the positive vibration that come out of you,
The charisma.
yes, the charisma that people connect to, because everybody just love that.
Wow.
And that's how people get to buy. And that's why sales is very important. So we should move away. You who is going to sit and interview, you've got to sell.
Right,
Okay?
right.
You who is going to buy tomatoes, you've got to sell. Or you who is selling tomatoes on the street. You who is selling handkerchief on the street, you have got to sell.
Wow.
You who is selling a car, yes. You who is selling insurance, yes. So it's the entire diversity of conversation that leads to somebody making a decision, either to buy from you or to
Abandon your
go
plans.
with the line of thinking that you've started. President Museveni is a salesman. To be a politician, you've got to be a very good salesman.
Yes.
Donald Trump was a master salesman.
Yes.
He started in 1982 to pitch that idea that, when I'm visible to the entire Americans,
Yes.
maybe 20 years, 30 years down the road when I contest, just by name recognition alone, I'll be voted in
I'll
office.
be voted in
So
office.
all these, we need to look at it from an holistic angle. Don't look at selling as just people who are going on the street, moving door to door to sell insurance or to sell bank products or to sell any of these flasks like some people who move on the street to do. So that is what sales is all about.
Wow.
So all of us need sales.
Amazing. Now, how does it differentiate from marketing? Because there are so many people that could be confusing right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's the same
marketing-
thing.
Yes, because now marketing is the broader spectrum. Marketing is focusing more on visibility. Okay? So whoever is into marketing is creating visibility for their products so that people can get interest. Sales is the last mile. Sales is when I pick the money from my pocket and I buy the things that I've seen you marketing.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow.
Now sales is to get you to convert to actually pick money and buy, or to say that the line of thinking that this young man is saying is the right line of thinking. Maybe in the place of work, you're having a strategy session and they ask for your opinion that, okay, Ronnie, what is your idea? What thoughts do you want to bring in the meeting?
Yes,
and then
sir.
you bring your thinking, then everybody else replies and they think, okay, I think what Ronnie is saying is the best one.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
all go with
With his
he's saying.
opinion,
So
yes.
you've already made a sale because they've taken that decision to go with your line of thinking.
Yes.
So that is what sales is about. Marketing is all about exposure. It's all about
Creating visibility.
Yes. It's all about making sure that people see you again and again and again, and until they say, I think there is something about this young man. I think there is something about this product. Let's just go check it out.
Right.
Now when they check it out, they like it, then the sales process now come into place.
Wow.
Where they now buy it, and then that's when sales take place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's very, very, very amazing. I'm left speechless indeed.
Thank
I'm
you.
left speechless. Now,
Yes.
Daniel, a few minutes back, we just returned from the Africa Now Summit, and a
Yes.
number of issues have been raised, including integration and economic growth, steady economic growth.
Yeah.
Along the way, most of the presenters kept pointing to the fact that it is high time that Africa sat on the table to partake of the shares rather than being being on the menu. Where do you think we are going wrong? Do you think perhaps we have failed to sell ourselves as a continent?
Yeah, I mean, that's a very interesting question, my brother. And I want to answer you in the way that as Africans, we have not yet integrated as brothers and sisters. We are fighting each other. And maybe in one way or another, this is one thing that possibly the European and the first world countries, they enjoy. Because when they see us, me and you right now, we cannot even come into a partnership. If you come into a partnership right now and there's $1 million, we'll start fighting for it immediately.
Yes.
So there is that, I could say we're having this poverty mindset. Now the poverty mindset is also backed up by the poverty in the pocket.
Oh, yes.
Now when there is poverty in the pocket, then at the the first thing that I'm thinking about, the first thing that you're thinking about
Yes.
is how can I take care of my wife and my 2 children? Okay? So I'm exploring ways of how I can raise money first of all to take care of me.
Yes.
Because I'm not yet self-sustenance. So we are all fighting for the self-sustenance as Africans because not many of us are wealthy.
Yes.
And unfortunately, those who get an opportunity to actually make the wealth, they become greedy, they become selfish, they become having this self-ownership.
Yes.
It's mine and it's mine. So we lack the culture of sharing.
Yes.
Now, if there is one thing that the first world countries, the Europeans, the Americans, the Chinese are doing very well, is having these concerted effort, these collaborations to ensure that they come up with something that is really credible, something that is really game changer, something that will transform the entire world.
Wow.
You'll talk about the Wright brothers.
Yes.
That's why the planes are there. The Wright what?
Brothers.
They were not just one person. Now talk about Warren Buffett and the George Soros. They were together to build that investment that they did.
Yes.
Talk about Richard Branson. He's partnering with somebody. Bill Gates. They had to partner with somebody. But here in Africa, our partnership doesn't work that much. Why? We're selfish. Why? Because we think, let me first make my part. Let me make my part.
Yes.
And then when I've made my part, then I can give some small share to the other person. We need to have the mindset of cooperation, of coordination. We need to come together on a table because me and you putting our minds together to an idea will generate much more impactful solutions as compared to me alone just coming and thinking about something and saying, okay, I think this should work.
Yes, sir.
So this is the one thing that I want to challenge us as Africans, that if we want to really open our continent to prosperity, first and foremost, we have got to collaborate.
Yes, sir.
We have got to massively collaborate. But secondly also, we have got to learn. One of the things that is also very bad with us Africans, maybe because of our village mentality, we we get distracted so quickly.
Yes, sir.
Now, Isaac Newton, I've read a bit about his story.
Yes,
I
sir.
was told this is a man who could stay indoor for 7 days. He's reading,
Is it?
he's trying this, he's reading, he's trying that,
Okay.
and he's doing teas, doing maybe what, but he would stay indoor just to focus on this one thing.
Yes, sir.
And today, we're still celebrating him.
Wow.
But here in Africa, our concentration span is so minimal.
Yes, very true.
I mean, you start on something, and then another distraction comes, and then you have to first leave what you're working on and first go and deal with that. Now, that alone takes away the juice of creativity.
Yes.
Now, we want to build our continent. We want to make these phones. We want to make the cars. But if you cannot concentrate on that thing and get it done with all our sensory
Amen to that.
it becomes a big problem. And that's the challenge that I give to the young people. First and foremost, we like the phones, yes.
Yes.
But do not let the phone distract you. If you want to read for 1 hour, put the phones aside, put any other source of distraction aside, and focus on that thing for 1 hour.
Wow.
Finish it, then you can go to the next thing.
Wow.
Now, when we have that kind of concentration, concerted concentration,
Yes, sir.
and then we are also collaborating, then Africa we can become really great.
Amazing, amazing. I cannot add more to that. You know what we're going to do, dear viewer?
Yeah.
We are going to go for a very, very short break, okay? Now, when we get back, especially if you're out there and you want to know how to sell yourself, how to become employable, how to become the best salesperson you can be. You could be an insurance marketer, you could be a banking officer, you could be a shop owner or business owner. Yes, you need to learn how to push yourself as a product and how to push the products that you have. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Build the sales.
Come back from that break. Now, before we went in for the break, we had engaged our sales warrior on a conversation regarding how the continent can package itself to attract more people, to, of course, more importantly, attract the members of the continent itself to become more productive. Daniel, we are back. And again, I want to say it's invaluable that you're giving us your time.
Much appreciated.
Now, I know there are so many young people watching and they could be unemployed.
Oh, yeah.
How do you think these young people can sell themselves in a day and age where they are telling them, look here, in order for you to get a job, you must be with an experience, or you must have about 4 or 5 degrees or something like that. Where do you think we need to do something in line with selling ourselves?
Now the young people who are watching this program, you know, over the years, I've had to package myself. I had to work on myself a lot. There is some things that are called identity.
Yes, sir.
Working on your personal identity. When I came from northern Uganda in Kidgum, I never spoke good English.
Yes, sir.
I was breaking English here and there, just trying to make things match up, and it was difficult.
Yes, sir.
Even Jesus was difficult to say, you know, go Jesus and all this kind of thing.
Jesus.
It was really frustrating. Resources was difficult with the churches and all this kind of thing.
Okay.
But I became very intentional about packaging myself, about building my personal brand. I had to work on my identity. I bought a book, English Companion.
Yes.
Just to read and understand and try to improve the English, the spoken English.
Right.
And over the years, I've been able to do that. One of the biggest challenges I see with our young people, we are not intentional with improving ourselves. We know very well that public speaking is very important in any interview,
yes,
in
sir.
any work-related engagements. But we are not even making an effort to buy a book in public speaking
Yes.
and learn how to speak well. We know very well that building your confidence is very important. But some of us, we finish universities with first-class degrees,
Yes.
but we cannot express ourselves before an interview. We know that packaging ourselves in terms of the dressing, the grooming is very important. But some of us, we leave a lot to be desired. We put on some clothes for the last 3, 4, 5 years. We put on shoes 2 or 3. You don't even matter. You don't even care that how I look actually matter. In my book, Become a Sales Superstar and Dominate Your Market,
Yes,
I wrote in the first chapter, I said, I buy you first before I buy what you have to sell. If I
Wow.
don't like you, no matter how brilliant you are, there's going to be a problem. I buy you first before I buy what you have to sell. I buy you first. If I don't like you, even if you're representing the biggest brand, there's going to be a problem. If I don't like the way you dress, no matter what brand you're representing, you're already reducing that brand to the level of me looking at you and I don't like. So at all times, we need to package ourselves in a way that make people admire us, appreciate us.
Yes.
And because people buy from people they like. People recruit people they like. So do the things that ensure that you're likable.
Yes.
Increase your likability scale. Don't say that, for me, I'm a daughter of Jesus, I'm a son of God, please don't judge me. We judge all the time.
Yes.
We judge all the time. Maybe we will not. You know the funny thing about judging?
Yes.
I'll judge you, but I won't tell you.
Okay.
But I'll just make my decision.
Yes.
You have come to sell something to me, and when I don't like something about you, I will just say, okay, maybe we'll try again next time.
Okay.
So make sure that when you are going before anybody, be it in an interview, be it to sell a phone, be it to sell anything, be it in your meetings, your representation must leave people in awe. That, wow, who is this lady? Who is this guy? But our young people cannot hold that level of audience. Why? Public speaking is lacking. Why? Coherence in communication and conversation is lacking.
Yes.
Why? Because the kind of friends that we have hung around also is a big problem. In that same book,
Yes,
I
sir.
wrote and I said, if you walk with 9 fools, you become the 10th.
Okay.
The qualities of our friends are terrible.
Wow.
If you walk with 9 fools,
You will become the 10th.
If you walk with 9 exceptional people, automatically you'll be the 10th.
Simba wakati yao. Friends, if you're tweeting, please tweet and tag at Daniel Choudry.
At
Choudry Daniel.
Yes, with S.
With S.
Yes, at
please
Choudry Daniel.
remember, these are some of the things that make us who we are. I like what you've said. If you walk with 9 fools, you become the 10th.
Yeah.
Tweet that and tag at Choudry Daniels. No space, okay?
Yeah, no space.
Please go on. I'm sorry I interrupted.
No, it's all right. So we need to work on our personal brand. You need to work on your tonality. Some of us, the way we speak, nobody can even hear us. You need to work on your vocal cord. The way you speak should hold an audience. Should make people feel like, this person here has a potential. That is all employers are looking for, potential. But when it comes to real sales, people are looking for something that impresses them.
Yes.
So just impress people.
Wow.
Why some of these folks do very well, I can give names right now. Tush, you look at some of the guys in the media now.
Thank you. Tush is doing well.
and I mean, Flavia in the radio,
Yes.
be it King Carissa in the NBS, and be it Jane.
Yes, Jane Kasumba.
I mean, first class dressing.
Yes.
Now, it's not like it's by accident. It's not that Jane is in a very high position now, not by accident at Smart 24.
Yes.
She has built that over time.
Right.
The way she leaves home knowing that I have dressed in a way that will impress the world.
Yes, indeed.
And when she speaks, her accent is world class.
Wow.
World class.
Yes, indeed.
Now that alone makes somebody get so attracted to the brand Jane.
Wow.
Now, Jane, the brand, is very important. It's the first most important thing as compared to the Smart 24 brand.
Yes.
Yeah, because now the brand Jane fits in very well in the what? Smart 24,
Smart 24
brand.
brand.
The brand Tush, look at your dress you are. Look at the expensive watch you've got. Now, somebody else will put on a watch that doesn't even work. Then they ask, what is the time? They're looking for their phone. but you have a watch, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so work on your identity. Work on your self-drive. The self-drive, most of the young people lack it.
Wow.
If you want a job, let me tell you something about me. I've never applied for a job.
Why are you taking words out of my mouth? I wanted to say that. Okay, go on.
Like write a piece of paper and send out.
You don't know the process.
My tongue has always led me to great places, and I've sat with kings.
Wow.
I will say with kings. I've been in the presence of the president. I've been in the presence of Mutebi, the king. I've been in the presence of Oyo, the king. I've been in the presence of even then Gaddafi, when he was still alive.
Wow.
So all of that is just because of the vocal. I always speak live into the world.
Wow.
I always speak, magic comes out. Because God created the universe using what?
The mouth, the tongue.
The tongue. But how do you improve on your spoken words?
Wow.
By reading a lot. Every week I read a book.
Okay.
Every month I read 4 books.
Wow.
At 4 a.m., between 4 a.m. and 5:30, I'm reading.
Wow.
It's not like I want to be the number one reader in the world. No, I want to improve the way I speak.
Yes.
I want to improve the way I reason. I visit Aristoc. Every month I have to spend like 300,000 shillings
Yes.
in Aristoc so I can develop myself. Wow. When I walk with such level of energy and charisma, and people say, who is that guy? Wow. Because of the knowledge I have, that has given me a lot of confidence.
Okay.
And it's given me a lot of self-drive. And that's something that you need as a young man. You need that. As a young lady, you need that. But what are you doing, most of you? Spending time watching Telemundo, spending time watching the Indian shops. I mean, and all this kind of thing. For what? Spend time to invest your time in your personal development.
Right.
Invest time in public speaking. Invest time in learning how to write.
Right.
Because you could even write nice content for Smart 24.
Yes.
You can write nice content and open a blog post, and then people can read something about you.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Make sure to invest in looking nice, because if you don't look nice, nobody's going to like you. And if I don't like you, I'm not going to buy from you.
Wow.
And that is what it is. That's what I would tell the young people.
Mukiwulidde bane abannayuganda munsonyiweko abalowooza nti mbadde mbeerabidde ebiseera ebisinga tulema okufuna emikisa lwakubanga tetusobodde kwetunda. Daniel, simanyi oba oluganda olutegeera bulungi. Okay, sijja kuzaayo. Omanyi tulina abalabi ba mirundi ebiri Dani. Tulina aboogera Olungereza ate nga tebawulira Luganda, naye ate abasuubuzi abasinga mu Uganda ate Olungereza tebabifanako. Bannaffe bali mu kikuubo, bannaffe bali wali mu katale nakasero nakawa. These are our most valued viewers.
Oh yeah.
That's why every now and then I feel the need to actually translate for them.
You'll be translating to them in Luganda.
Yes,
I have not learned the language very well.
Yes,
but I understood a bit of what they say.
It is indeed understandable.
Yeah.
Daniel.
Yes.
As we plan to wind up,
yes,
we live in a day and age that is challenged by a number of distractions, like you already mentioned. How do you think the 21st century generation young man or woman can prioritize on what is important in order for them to be able to sell not only themselves but their products amidst all these distractions?
Well, you know, Tush, that's a very good question. What I can tell you, young people, is this. The world will always have more distractions. And the distractions are even going to keep increasing more and more and more. Mm-hmm. They're not stopping.
Yes.
But you know, you need to, first of all, you need to find out exactly what do you really want. I personally, I want to be an icon, a global icon. in everything that I do, I want to leave a mark on planet Earth before my time is up.
Wow.
But for that to happen, you've got to be very intentional with everything you do.
Yes.
First of all, you need to ask yourself, what do you really want? You, the young man who is watching this, the young lady who is watching this program, what do you really want to do with your life? I've told myself I want to be the sales warrior. I want the world to know me for sales training, actually mainstream, going out there to sell and to help empower people with the sales message. Because sales is important. Like I told you, sales move the global economy.
Wow.
All the monies in the world, the global finances is driven by sales. It's not driven by accounting, it's driven by sales. You have got to sell something to bring money into your country.
Yes, sir.
So you need to be very intentional. Find out exactly where your craft is. If you want to be an artist of drawing, be the very best artist, not just in drawing, but in selling what you're drawing.
Yes, sir.
The truth is there's so many people out there who are selling things that are not good enough, but their mouth is so good that they sell it and people buy it, and you're like, but my product is better than them. Stop whining, stop complaining,
Yes.
and just be so good. Be intentional with selling your brand. Be visible.
Yes.
The world rewards people who are visible. Wow. When you're obscure, if I don't see you, then even if you're very good, if I don't know
Amazing.
you, I'm not going to help you.
Yes.
Okay? So the social media that is one of the distractions can also be a strength.
Yes.
Turn the sources of distractions as something that can actually help build you. The social media, don't just post, I'm feeling bored. Don't
I'm
just
having
post
pizza.
selfie, I'm having pizza. I'm sick today. You need to package a message that you send out to the universe that
Right.
the people who are going to watch or read your message on social media and say, wow, who is this guy?
Yes.
Who is this lady? For the last 5 years, I've been very consistent with my posts on Facebook, with my posts on Instagram recently,
Yes,
with
sir.
my posts on Twitter. I'm always the positivity messenger. I'm
Wow.
always giving out positive energies. I'm always giving out blessing to the world. I'm
Okay.
not whining about life. I'm not
Yes.
complaining about anything. It doesn't mean that I don't have things that goes in my life. I have a lot of challenging situations that
Yes,
goes
sir.
on. But I don't focus on those. I focus on ensuring that the message that I send to the universe is a positive message so that I can also get more of the positive message.
Wow.
So be intentional. Those distractions can be used as a strength. But block time.
Yes.
This is how you should do things. Block time. Make time that if you know that you're always distracted quickly, start with 20 minutes.
Okay.
That I'm going to get one thing. If it's going to be writing an application or building my CV,
Okay.
I'll work on it for 20 minutes without any distractions. Phone aside, internet off, any other noise aside. Be in a place that is peaceful, that is quiet.
Wow.
Work for 20 minutes. After you finish the 20 minutes and you've done decently well, go and rest for some 6 minutes.
Wow.
Then come back for another 20 minutes and do another work for 20 minutes. And then again, you go and rest. Just block brief, small times. But within those times, you concentrate 150%. All your energies, all your thoughts, all your emotions on that one thing. So you can do an excellent job. Because
Wow.
many of us, we lack that. So when you can block time, make time to do things that are meaningful for you.
Yes,
and then
sir.
set priorities. Many of us young people, we don't have priorities. What are the priorities of your life? Part of it should be personal development. Part of it should be personal packaging.
Wow.
How can I take myself into the world there? Join associations that help you. The Rotary clubs.
Yes.
They can help you to speak out. Rotary. Go and speak out. Choose a topic. Maybe you want to talk about what? Sales for me.
Yes, sir.
Wherever I go to do Rotary talks, I'm talking sales. Because it's what I've chosen to do.
And you're consistent with
I'm
it.
very consistent with it. Tush, you're in the media, you want to talk about the media, but you're also very driven. You're a masters of ceremony, and you're excellent at it. You can just say that I'm the #1 masters of ceremony in this continent, period. And then you build on that.
Wow.
So there is a lot of opportunities in this life for those who are focused, for those who are driven, for those who know exactly what they want, and they're consistent with it.
Wow.
So that's the message I give you, young people. That's the message I give you. If this young boy from Fadibe who has been struggling a lot to get to where I've reached, I've gotten to this level.
Yes.
How about you who have been in a city for all your life?
Wow.
Now you know.
Okay, you have issues if you're not getting this, and if you're not excited by now, if you're not jumping out of that seat, you have issues. But You know what, Daniel?
Yeah.
When you're talking about, when you were earlier on sharing about whining, and it quickly drove me to one of the issues that were shared at the conference today in Serena Conference Center in Munyonyo. By the way, quick reminder, we are going to be showing you a lot from that conference like we did today. Tomorrow we are still on. And the Fountain of Honor, His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni was there the whole day. By the way, it was quite impressive. The whole day.
Wow.
The whole day. And of course, he was also together. He was also together with the President of Somalia.
Wow.
The Vice President of Kenya was there. The Vice President of Tanzania was there. That wonderful lady.
Wow.
Tony Elemelu was there. Yes. And the CEO of the Tony Elemelu Foundation was also there. Very interesting lady. I liked her presentation.
Wow.
Queen Abenacho.
Strive Masiwa was also there.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Wow.
Now, one of the issues that kept resounding in that in their presentations, was the fact that local products on the African continent, for example, Uganda, are rarely bought by the locals themselves. And to me, as you were talking, I quickly remembered that could actually be another way that we whine. Instead of learning to sell our products as Ugandans, we are busy complaining that the Europeans are taking their products. What do you have to say about that?
You know, I want to give this model in as far as sales is concerned.
Okay.
I call it the QDV model. QDV model. The first thing we must focus on as people who are into enterprises, into building products, is build a quality product. Make sure that your quality is undisputed. There's a lot of us putting out our products that is substandard in the market.
We compromise
it's
a lot
not
of
yet ready because we are so much in a hurry to go and sell and make money. And so when these Ugandans also love quality. They don't want to just buy up other things, yet there is some Germans or some American or some UK product that are really decent and really good vis-a-vis yours.
Yes, sir.
So focus on building your product. Make sure that it's the creme de la creme, the best of quality.
Wow.
Spend time, build the quality of that product. Understand the entire yardstick of measurement. What standards must it be at? When you have a quality product, that is the cue. Then build a distribution network.
Okay.
The second one is the distribution.
First quality,
QD, then
okay.
Distribution.
That's for D,
like
okay.
Build an aggressive distribution strategy. Do you want to go premium, selling expensively? Where is your market? Do you want to go horizontal, taking the baseline, like let's sell in Kitgum, let's sell in Moroto, let's sell in Kabale, let's sell in Busia. If that's what your strategy is, build a clear strategy that is cost effective for you.
Okay.
It should not take a lot of money. Distribution strategy should not take a lot of money away from you, because at the start of your product, you want to make as much more money as you give out. So build a cash flow strategy that is around distribution.
Right.
Many of us, we don't know how to distribute our products. We have brilliant products. I know people who make soaps here, international standard shops.
Wow.
But because the distribution is terrible,
the other
people the Imperial Leather will come and beat them in their own game.
Yes,
there are people who are making water here. I know a few friends of mine who make water here.
Wow.
But because they are not having very clear distribution channels, Rwenzori is beating them hands down. I'm not saying Rwenzori is bad, but I'm saying, hey, you could do better than that.
Yes.
You can be able to learn something from that and build a very robust distribution network.
Yes, sir.
And then the V is visibility.
Quality, distribution, now
and
visibility. Okay.
Be visible. Let me tell you, be visible. Let the world see you. I am here on this TV station now, Smart 24. Do you know how many people are watching this program? You watching. Maybe this is the first time you're watching about me.
Yes.
But now I'm visible for you. Daniel Choudry, by the way, go on social media. Check Daniel Choudry. If you're not my friend on Facebook, then whose friend are you? You gotta be my friend. I mean, so the thing is, visibility is very important.
Yes, sir.
So the social media platforms, God has given us the social media. Make sure that you punch Every day I post 7, 8, 9 times on Facebook.
Okay.
People say, but Daniel, you overpost because I want to be in your thoughts every single time. Why do you think Coca-Cola advertise so much? They want to be in your thinking every minute of every day.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow.
So, first of all, be in people's mind. Make them sick of seeing you until they start liking you. Say, but this guy here, he has got something very nice to talk about.
Wow.
But today you post one, then you wait for 3, 4, 5 days, then you post another one. Oh,
People will forget about
how are
you.
you people? That's how people forget about you.
Yes.
So be in people's thoughts, be in people's minds, but make sure that you be in people's mind in an inspiring way, in a creative way. Let them say, but this guy, the way he advertises himself, the way he's making noise about himself, he's different.
Wow.
Let them hate you until they like you.
Yes.
Visibility is very important. When you go in meetings, like for example today you're at the African One convention.
Yes.
Don't just go and sit there and listen. When time for Q&A comes, I need you to rise up
Yes.
and say, this is Daniel Choudry, the sales warrior, the only handsome man from Padibe. I mean, make people laugh. You're creating visibility. You get what
Okay,
I mean?
yes.
You're tall, dark and handsome, aggressive, and I like everybody. Whatever you present today is very good. People say, but that one is different.
Wow.
How come it's like you're creating visibility? Be in a place where you create what are called exciting drama.
Oh, yes. I mean, like, the way I'm excited right
Oh
now.
yes, I mean, create something. When you go for any meetings, don't just go to sit to listen. When I was at the university,
Yes, sir.
one of the things that I was so good at was
Yes.
every time a lecturer asked a question, my hand was always what?
Up.
And people say, but Daniel, you're a wiseacre. It's not about wiseacking. It's not about visibility. Now, the students that I studied with at the university, all of them to date, they know me by names.
Yes.
But I don't know theirs.
Wow.
Why do you think they know me by names? Because I was visible. I was impactful for them. While them, they're very busy. Daniel, for you, over. But today, they're admiring me.
Yes.
But those days, they were hating on me. So they hated until they started admiring. Because there was something different about me.
Wow.
Be different.
Wow.
Create your visibility plan. So that's the challenge I give you.
Amazing. Amazing.
So for the African businesses, don't start complaining about how we don't buy your own product. Is it quality enough?
Q.
Is it having a clear distribution channel?
D.
And then, are you visible? Can I see you?
People have no choice but to visualize you. Enkuba embogo, genda nayo.
Maybe you could explain that to them in Luganda, that model.
Okay, of course in the next few minutes we're going to be closing naye mugano wange kyabadde agamba kikino nti bw'obanga wandyagadde ebintu bye bitambule waliwo ebintu bisatu bye wandyetaaze ogoberere. Ekisooka akiyise QDC or rather QDV naye buli ombizze waffe ate ennukuta si zeezo. Ekisooka ebintu by'okola birina okuba nga bya muwendo ate nga biri ku mitendera. Ebiseera ebisinga Abannayuganda tucompromisinga nnyo emitendera gy'emirimu lwakubanga tukapira akasente. Yes, we rush for the money. We rush for the money.
Not build the master.
Exactly. That's why the foreigners batutwalako emirimu.
They spend their time, but when it comes out, it's
Perfect.
top notch.
And they will bill you highly and you will pay them gladly. The second thing okujjako emitendera ekyokubiri. Fuba nnyo odesigninge amakubo ebintu bye bweganaayita.
How do you get to the market? Who is your market?
Yes.
Where are they found?
Yes.
How do I reach them?
Baani b'otunza obatuusa otya ate bagenda ebintu by'otunda bigenda batuukako bitya kyekyo ekintu distribution oba okugabula ebintu by'otunda obigabudde otya then kyasembezaayo bandaba batya oba bakulaba bandaba n'ayogera nti bwe yali ali mu ssomero yatukanga ekiseera ng'omusomesa bwe lwabuuza ekibuuzo yawanika omukono nga banne bagamba oyo yeeraga ayogera nnyo yeefuula abimanyi yeefuula omugezi naye kaakati abamwogereranga ate gwe balabirako.
They remember me now? Who do they remember? They remember
They remember you.
Oh yes.
Amazing.
I don't remember them.
Wow.
I know their faces, but the names I've forgotten. I've literally forgotten. Why? Because they did not make an impact.
Yes.
There was no impact.
Wow.
And that is important. Amazing. That is important for your business. That is important for your life. Of course, there's a certain level of privacy that you want to keep.
Right.
But I mean, in terms of business, go all out.
Yes, indeed.
Just go all out.
Daniel, we are left with only 3 minutes, rather 2 minutes to close up.
Okay.
And I know our viewers would want to see you again. I know you'll be joining us sometime,
most definitely.
sometime to come.
I would love to hear that.
But for those who want to be in touch with you, kindly tell us some of the work that your institute is doing, and let's see that those who are not able to wait for the next show before they can learn something else can actually come and join you.
Yeah, so we have the only sales institute in East Africa. The only sales institute, I repeat, the only sales institute in East Africa, where our focus is strictly to train you in sales, make you the best in sales, make you a sales warrior. That when you want to go and work for any company, you have the skill sets to succeed. That if you have a product, you have the skill sets to ensure that you actually sell and make some money and build cash flow. So at the Sales Institute, we have got certificate courses.
Right.
We have a certificate in professional sales, which is a very important certificate. I encourage everybody to do it because it gives you the mastery of how you can be able to actually go in the market there and sell and make people buy from you.
Right.
It's a 2-month course, and we have 2 intakes. We have the June intake, which we're already enrolling people for, and we have the August-September intake. Yes. You need to learn to sell.
Yes.
And for the university students, we even have a special package.
Yes,
that
sir.
if you want to come and study sales for 2 months with us, and we'll even get for you the jobs ourselves.
Wow.
We get you the jobs either in a bank, either in an insurance company, or a manufacturing company, or an SME company somewhere. We're partnering with so many companies, over 36 companies now,
yes,
and still growing. And they're asking us, do you have some salespeople that you have trained? Because they trust in the work that we've done.
Wow.
And over the years, we have trained over 24 banks. I'm a consultant for European Investment Bank, and I travel the world. I've been so many countries in Africa just to train them in sales.
Yes.
Let me tell you, sales does matter. If you want to know more about the institute, you could visit the website www.dcsalesinstitute.co.ug. Or you can just check me on social media, on Facebook, Daniel Choudry. Choudry is Choudry. That's Choudry. Daniel, I am sure many of you will get it right. Daniel. Yes. Daniel Choudry on Facebook. Get me there, send me a message, send me any question. You have any queries, send it to me. I'll be able to respond to all of them.
Yes.
And maybe you want to get me also on WhatsApp. I can easily give you the WhatsApp
can
number.
you share?
776 27 13 31. Send me WhatsApp only. When you call, probably sometimes I'm busy training and I may not pick. But if you send me a WhatsApp, I'll be able to respond to you. Or even an SMS, 0776 27 13 31. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Sales does matter. In any economy, what drives the economy is selling. If an economy is not selling much, then it's importing more, then the GDP, the gross domestic product of that economy is affected.
Yes.
Every country makes a lot of money when they sell. Wow. They sell the products that come from it. Wow. Every country is making money from these big companies because those companies are selling and paying tax to the country.
Yes.
So you also need that. Every opportunity for jobs, you have got to be good in sales so that people can like you and give you a job.
Wow.
You have an idea for a business, you have got to sell and you've got to learn, and I can teach you. Why don't you come over now? I thank you so much. And thank you, Tush.
You're killing me. You know, my best role model, much as he has passed on, is Jim Rohn.
Oh, powerful.
And I want to think I'm a disciple of Jim Rohn, a very strong disciple for that matter. Man. One of the things that he used to say back then was that you are only as good as the product you sell.
Oh,
so don't expect people to buy your product if they can't buy you. And you mentioned that.
The product you sell.
Yes. And you already mentioned something like that, though in another way.
Yes.
Daniel is an author, and one of the most amazing books that I've read from him is How to Become a Sales Superstar and Dominate. Like he said,
they can get it in Aristoc.
Oh, there are copies in Aristoc?
Yes, there's some copies left in Aristoc.
Because the copies have run out of stock.
Yes.
So if he says Aristoc and you want a copy, please go there tomorrow. Otherwise, you will not get a copy until I think
next month.
Yes.
We're printing some more copies now. So next month they should be.
But these are really important books.
Oh yeah.
In fact, let me just quickly re-echo what he said in a second.
Yeah.
But perhaps in another way. Sales is the lifeblood of any economy, of any individual, of any business. If you find yourself having problems at home, just know you're not selling enough.
Properly.
Your husband is mean to you, you're not selling enough. You know? Your parents,
Those are facts.
yes, your parents don't understand you, you're not selling them to them enough.
Oh, yes.
Your academics are failing, there is something you're not selling well. Your friends don't understand you, you're not selling yourself to them.
You're not.
Business is not flowing, there is
not
something
selling
wrong
properly.
with sales.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not the guest. He's the guest. Let me not say too
And
much.
let's talk about effort.
Yes.
Put in the effort.
Yes.
Because it's not just about having the words to say. You've got to put in the effort.
Yes.
You've got to go out there and meet people. You've got to make phone calls. In my office, I have 5 salespeople.
Yes,
and
sir.
I tell them every day you have to make 35 phone calls to brand new stranger number, to build that visibility, to set an appointment. So we can go and be in their faces and tell them exactly what we have to talk to them.
Yes.
So you need to put in the effort. Many of us, we are very lazy. If you're lazy, you cannot succeed in sales. There's nothing like, let me work smart in sales. First of all, work hard. Then you
Yes.
can build a competence in working smart.
Yes, indeed.
And so for me, effort is also important. Possibly you
Amazing.
can also add that.
Amazing. Of course, as we close, ladies and gentlemen, Isaac Newton was one of the wisest people that ever lived,
Wonderful,
especially in terms of intelligence.
Oh, yes.
And he designed what he researched and proved the 3 laws of motion.
Motion.
Now, the third one was my favorite. I'm not good with physics, but at least I memorized it because it
Yeah.
brings out the best.
Everything being constant.
Yes. And it says that every action has an equal but opposite reaction. Okay, thank you. Now, it's another way of saying you reap what you sow. If your action is to put in 10% effort, it would be witchcraft for you to expect 11% results. It is witchcraft. In fact, when those people went to Jesus and said, look here, can you please show us a miracle? He said, only the sinful and wicked generation, rather only a wicked and sinful generation seeks for miracles. In other words, you have to put in effort and work. Effort is important.
Faith without action is dead.
It's dead.
Oh, yeah.
So as we conclude, ladies and gentlemen, we want you to be good. We want you to improve your lives, to improve your businesses, and of course to improve everything about you, especially the society and community we live in.
Oh, yes.
But in order to do that, you must make an effort. Every action has an equal meaning if your action is to look into a mirror, you're going to have an equal image, a typically equal image. Big ears, a big ear in the camera. Yes. A blue tie. Well, this is not blue, but you get the point. You get it. Equal but opposite. Now, opposite meaning you're looking north, but the image is looking south. You're looking east, the image is
looking
you
west.
get. In other words, everything you do will always come back to you.
Exactly.
I'm not the guest. Let me kindly give us your closing remarks in a second, and then we.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I wish you all the best. I need you to succeed. Success matters. Work hard for it, and sales will take you far in attaining your success. No matter what success you want to attain. You want to be a preacher, you have to be a good salesperson. You want to be a professional, you have to be a great salesperson. You want to be a businessman, sales does matter. You want to be a politician, it's all about sales. I wish you all the best. Good night.
And of course, thank you for watching Tonight Live with Tush. Stay tuned to Smart 24 TV, Smart Business.